If you're on Social Security right now, retirement, disability, or survivor benefits, or if you've got a parent or a spouse who is, this one is for you, because the letter we're about to talk about is showing up in mailboxes across the country. And most people who open it sit at the kitchen table and freeze. You've probably heard about these overpayment letters, the ones that say you owe Social Security a few $1,000s or $8,000 or $15,000, and that if you don't respond, half your monthly check starts disappearing. And the question almost everyone gets wrong is this: do you appeal it, or do you ask them to forgive it? In everyday English, those sound like the same thing. They are not. They are two different filings on two different forms, with two completely different deadlines. Most people pick one when they should have filed both. And that single misunderstanding turns a fixable situation into a year of half checks. I'll walk you through exactly how the rules actually work, what to file, in what order, and what the official Social Security guidance says about each piece. By the time we reach item number 2, you'll know precisely what to do in the first 30 days after a letter like this arrives. Quick context first. This video is made for adults over 60 who receive Social Security or disability benefits, and for families helping someone who does. The goal is to help you understand a process that is genuinely easy to misread, so that if an overpayment letter shows up, you know which form to file and by when. Everything I share comes from publicly available official information, the Social Security Administration's own overpayments fact sheet, the agency's April 2025 policy update on recovery rates, Social Security's own Office of the Inspector General, and reporting from AARP and Kiplinger. I'll name each source as we go. This is educational content only. It is not personalized financial, tax, or legal advice. And nothing here is a promise that you will receive any specific amount of money or that any particular outcome will apply to your case. Before any major decision, talk to a licensed professional who knows your circumstances. We're counting down 5 things you need to know. I've been reading the comment section on videos like this for months, and the same questions keep coming up. People don't want panic. They want the rule, they want the form number, they want to know whether they have 10 days, 60 days, or no deadline at all. So that's what this is. Every number, every form, every deadline pulled straight from official Social Security guidance. If you find walkthroughs like this useful, straight from official sources, no panic. No found money pitches. Subscribe and turn on the bell. And while you're listening, drop a comment. Have you, or someone in your family, ever received an overpayment letter from Social Security? What year was it? I read every one. And they tell me what to cover next. 5 things. Counting down, but not in the order you'd expect. Starting with number 5, the one most people don't realize is a separate process. The disability review trap. If you're on Social Security disability insurance, the agency periodically checks whether you still meet the medical rules to keep receiving benefits. They call this a continuing disability review, or CRACKDOWN. If the review concludes your condition has improved and your benefits are being terminated, the deadline is not 60 days. It is 10 business days. According to the official Social Security procedures for disability reviews, if you want to keep receiving payments while you appeal the cessation decision, you must file the appeal Form SSA 789, and you must specifically request continuation of benefits using Form SSA 792, both within 10 days of the notice. Miss that 10-day window, and the checks stop while you wait for a hearing that can take many months. Pause this and write down 10 business days. Next, number 3, the waiver. This is the request that asks Social Security to forgive the debt entirely. 2 conditions. Both must be true. 1, the overpayment was not your fault. 2, repaying it would cause financial hardship or be unfair for some other reason. The form is SSA 632. 2-BCO, Request for Waiver of Overpayment Recovery. And here is the part that surprises almost everyone. There is no deadline. You can file the waiver today, next month, next year, even after withholding has already started. According to the Social Security Administration's overpayments fact sheet, filing a waiver request also stops the recovery process while the request is being reviewed. That sentence is worth pausing for. According to Social Security's own Office of the Inspector General, about 73,000 of these overpayments, totaling more than $368 million, could have been avoided if the agency had stronger controls over how it calculated benefits. According to a May 2022 audit, when a letter arrives and the math was not your doing, the waiver is the right tool. And there's a third form most people on disability have never heard of. I'll name it in a minute. Now, number one revealed here, not at the end, because it deserves the airtime. The forgotten third form, Form SSA 634. Request for Change in Overpayment Recovery Rate. This one almost no one talks about. It doesn't dispute the debt. It doesn't ask for forgiveness. It simply asks the agency to lower the monthly recovery amount based on your documented income and expenses. Why does it matter so much right now? According to the agency's April 2025 policy update, the default withholding rate for new Title II overpayment notices, that's retirement, survivor, and SSDI benefits, is 50% of the monthly check. Half. If a viewer cannot afford that hit but doesn't qualify for a full waiver, Form SSA 634 negotiates a smaller monthly amount. For people receiving supplemental security income, the withholding rate stays at 10%. Let me give you an illustrative example. Eleanor, 71, retired school librarian in Akron, Ohio, a composite character, not a single individual. But the situation she's in is one I hear about constantly. Eleanor opens her mail one Tuesday afternoon and finds a letter saying she's been overpaid $8,400 over the last 2 years because Social Security didn't process a survivor benefit recalculation on time. The math wasn't her doing. She didn't move. She didn't get married. She didn't take a part-time job. She just kept cashing the check Social Security sent her. Her grown son sits down with her that night. They look up the forms on the official Social Security website. They print Form SSA 632, the waiver, no deadline, and Form SSA 561, the reconsideration. 60-day deadline. They fill them out together and mail both. Certified. On day 11. According to Social Security policy, filing the waiver pauses the recovery while it's reviewed. 2 months later, Eleanor receives a determination. The agency found she was not at fault and granted the waiver in full. No withholding ever started. That outcome isn't guaranteed for anyone, and every case is different, but knowing both forms existed is what made it possible for her son to act in time. Number 4, the 60-day reconsideration window. This is the formal appeal of whether you were overpaid at all, or whether the amount is correct. The form is SSA 561-U2. Request for reconsideration. The deadline is 60 days from the date you receive the notice. Miss it, and you generally lose the right to dispute the calculation. According to the Social Security Administration's overpayments fact sheet, a different agency, employee reviews your case from scratch, someone who had no role in the original decision. Here's the critical piece most viewers don't know. A reconsideration and a waiver can be filed together. They are not mutually exclusive. The reconsideration challenges the math. The waiver asks for forgiveness even if the math is right. Wait until number 2. That's the one where the exact order to file these decides whether the next 12 months of your checks are easy or impossible. And here we are. Number 2, the climax and the answer to the question we opened with, the 30-day order of operations. This is what closes the loop on waiver versus appeal. In many cases, the right answer is not one or the other. It's both. On the same day, here is the recommended sequence in the first 30 days after the notice arrives. Day 1, read the entire notice carefully. Note the date you received it. That date starts every clock. Days 1 through 5. Log into your online Social Security account and download the determination details if available. Days 5 through 10, if the math seems wrong. Prepare Form SSA 561 for reconsideration. If the math is right, but repayment would cause hardship or wasn't your fault, prepare Form SSA 632 for the waiver. If you only want to lower the monthly recovery rate without disputing or asking for forgiveness, prepare Form SSA 634. Days 10 through 14 file. Mail certified with return receipt. And keep proof of filing. Per Social Security policy. Filing a waiver request stops the recovery while it's pending. Filing reconsideration within 60 days preserves your dispute rights. Days 14 through 30. The agency may request a personal conference. Accept it. The single most important insight is the one that resolves the core confusion. In many real situations, the right move is to file both the waiver and the reconsideration on the same day. The math is formally challenged, and the agency is asked to forgive the debt even if the math holds up. Source: the Social Security Administration's overpayments fact sheet. Quickly, let's run it back. Number 5. The disability review trap. 10 business days to request continuation of benefits during a cessation appeal. Number 4. The reconsideration. Form SSA 561. 60-day deadline. Number 3. The waiver. Form SSA 632. No deadline at all. And filing it pauses recovery while it's reviewed. Number 2. The order of operations. In many cases, file both the waiver and the reconsideration on the same day. And number 1, the forgotten third form, SSA 634, lowers the monthly recovery rate without disputing or asking for forgiveness. 3 things to do counting down. 3. If a letter has already arrived, take 3 minutes today to log into your online Social Security account and download the determination details so you have them in writing. 2. Take 2 steps before withholding starts. Identify which 2 forms apply to your situation. And prepare both. Don't pick. Prepare. 1. Make 1 phone call to a licensed Social Security advocate or an elder law attorney before you decide. A free initial consultation often costs nothing. And filing the wrong form first can cost a lot more. Send this to the person in your family who needs it most. Your spouse, your parent, your adult sibling on disability. The minute a letter arrives is not the minute to start researching. The minute it arrives is the minute they need to already know which form to reach for. Most of what we covered is the response side. What to do when the agency says you owe money. But the question I keep getting in the comments is the opposite one. What if Social Security underpaid you? What if the agency owes you money it never sent? That's the next video. Save this one. Share it with the person who needs it. And I'll see you there.